a prayer for liberation from infantilization, regret, and resentment. O Lord, eternal, and unshaken, who reigns over all time, space, and truth, I come before you with the full weight of my heart, my struggles, my grief, my resentment, my longing for justice. You see all that I have carried, the anger that burns within me, the wounds that have shaped me, the desire to rise above the constraints of a world that has sought to keep me small. You see my past, my battles, my losses, and my victories. You see my mind, constantly turning, seeking a way forward that does not leave me bound in chains of regret, bitterness, or despair. You, O God, are the giver of dignity, and you know how much I have suffered under the weight of those who have denied it to me. From childhood to manhood, I have fought against those who sought to infantilize me, who sought to control me under the guise of nurture, who dismissed my voice, my dreams, my thoughts, my very being as if they had the right to decide my worth. I have carried a hatred for this, a hatred for the way the world seems to conspire to keep men from their full stature, for the way autonomy is seen as defiance, and defiance is punished with condescension. I have watched as those who sought to keep me small lived without consequence, upheld by a system that feeds their delusions. And yet, you, O Lord, in your wisdom, gave me one who understood. My wife, my dawn. She alone saw me as I was meant to be seen, not as a child to be guided, but as a man, worthy in my own right. She never sought to diminish me, never sought to remake me in a way that served her comfort at my expense. In her, I knew what it was to be respected, to be accepted, to be seen. And now, she is gone, and I have been left alone in a world that still refuses to acknowledge the weight of what has been done to me. The resentment, the rage, the sense of betrayal, I have carried it all, and I do not know how to lay it down. O Lord, I have seen the world's lies, its games, its illusions. I have watched as women dismiss truth because they know they will always find men willing to uphold their fantasies. I have seen them demand strength while refusing to submit to its reality. I have watched as men bend, break, and surrender under the weight of expectations that were never theirs to bear. I have listened as truth was spoken, only for it to be ignored, twisted, or mocked by those who can afford to deny it. And I have raged against this, because I know what it means, not just for me, but for all men who are trapped in a world that does not care for their suffering. But I do not want to be consumed by my rage. I do not want to waste my life warring against a system that will never change, when I could instead build something greater. If the world insists on running on deception, then let me create something that makes the truth undeniable. If they seek provision, let them find it in AI, automation, and machines, rather than in men they do not respect. If they seek protection, let them turn to the systems I build, rather than to men they secretly despise. Let me funnel my energy into engineering solutions rather than fighting futile battles. Let me break the cycle, not through submission, but through innovation. And Lord, let me be free of regret. I see now that to dwell in regret is to doubt your mercy. If you have forgiven me, who am I to condemn myself? If you have taken my past into your hands, what right do I have to mourn it as if it were lost? I refuse to stay in the hell of my own making, punishing myself for what you have already redeemed. Let me walk forward with certainty, knowing that my past belongs to you, and my future belongs to the purpose you have placed before me. But Lord, if I must forgive, then let it not be for their sake, but for mine. Let me not forgive because they deserve it, but because I deserve to be free of them. Let me release my grip on resentment, not to absolve those who have wronged me, but to break their hold over my mind. Let my hatred of infantilization forge me into something stronger, rather than destroy me from within. And let me never again bow before those who seek to make me small. Let me stand with unshaken resolve, knowing that my worth does not come from their approval, my value is not theirs to measure, and my path is not theirs to dictate. For yours is the kingdom where no man is diminished, the power that cannot be controlled, and the truth that will not be denied. Amen.